that's 3.5 months. We should be able to read this and more. Everyone just kind of sticks to the popular or what just came out or just the new authors or the spice that is like seriously spicing in 2024. Hey Bookworms! Mom here, aka Sarah
and Char,
and today we're going to be showing you guys our summer TBR.
Yes!
We've been meaning to do this one for a minute.
Yeah.
Because when was the first day of summer?
First day of summer?
The 20th. I think it was like the 20th or 22nd, before my birthday, basically. The day before my birthday. Yeah, summer just feels like it's just flying by. So we're like, we need to get with it. We've been seeing other people post their summer TBR and I'm like, okay, let's get on it. So we're gonna be alternating, sharing the books that we plan on reading. Like I said before, we are both mood readers. So while we have selected a ton of books, there's no guarantee that we will stick with the script, but mind you, I have a fraction of the books that I have that I can say that are for summer, because in my mind, anything that's saying summer on there could be a part of my summer TBR. And I've got a lot of those summer type books.
You actually do. You have quite a lot of them.
Yeah. Then I also have like some of the trendy book talk books that I have to keep them mixed that are just, yeah, I just want to, you know, get with the reading. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, as well as let us know if you have read any of these books or if any of them are part of your TBR. And yeah, or maybe what you rate them. No spoilers.
No spoilers, please.
Okay, so if you've seen our last reading vlogs, you know that I started reading 7 Days in June. This was definitely going to be a part of the summer TBR. I believe the trope is it second, what's it called? Second chance romance?
Is it second chance?
Isn't it? Because I think these two were together at some point.
Okay.
I believe, yeah, that's what I believe. Anyways, it literally says 7 days in June. And when is June? Definitely summer. Yeah. And I saved it specifically for the summertime. So it is here, and your girl is 10 pages in. I'm in the same 12 pages in, basically at the same place where I was in that video, because I haven't picked it up. This is actually my first book by Tia Williams. I do have another one by her as well, which you guys will see, but it's my first time actually reading her. But that's my first one.
First one for me is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Oh my goodness, I've been wanting to read this one for so long. And I got this one
maybe like last month.
Yeah, like last month.
May, between May and June, somewhere in that line.
And I said that the very first day of summer I was gonna start reading this.
And what happened?
And I didn't start reading this because I mean, I've been reading other books too. We're in the midst of The Housemaid, right? I'm also reading Stand-In, which Mom read.
Really
which I'm enjoying right now. Yeah. So I really want to read this so bad, but like in the midst of all the other ones I do also really want to read. Because
Reckless is going to be coming out.
Reckless, I think it's coming out next
month. Yeah.
I need to read this in time for the second book because I really need that. I've heard so many good reviews. People have been raving about it. They're still raving about it, and yeah, I'm really excited. To add to that, I'm going to be reading the novella, which I think is like 1.5, right? Powerful and so cute.
They are adorable.
Honestly, I don't know why she didn't just make it a little taller. I guess she wanted it to be like a little thick.
I hate when they do that. I was showing Gabs the other day in Part of Your World series. Yeah. I think every single book that I have, they're all different.
No.
The Part of Your World I think might be the biggest. No, maybe not. But they are all different. The one is like this high, one is like this high, and the other is like this high. I'm like, why?
Who does that?
Why? Yeah.
Who formatted that? Like, oh my goodness.
So anyways, I hope the fan isn't annoying. I don't know why it comes on every single time when we want to film, but the next one on my list is Beach Read. I have heard so many good things about this book from the beginning of our reading journey, and I've just been wanting to get my hands on it, and I finally did. I think I got it on it like maybe back in May, maybe a little bit before that.
Yeah, like
it's very recent that I got it, and I was so happy. I got this one brand new in the store. As you guys know, we do thrift a lot, but honestly, a lot of the as of late, I've been just picking up a lot of my go-to books that I want, just like we've just been getting them for birthdays or Mother's Day and stuff like that. So I've gotten quite a bit of the ones that I've really wanted, and sometimes they're just super hard to find in the thrift shop. Though you find a lot of things in there, it's not always in the order of what you want.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
So I did buy this one brand new at the store, and I've been meaning to read it because there's just been so many good reviews. I believe it's 2 writers having writer's block, and they basically, I don't know if they really kind of don't like each other in a sense. Anyways, they kind of wind up in the same area on vacation, basically neighboring. They're writing slump, and they're both broke and all all that jazz. And of course, we kind of know how what that's going to stem into, given that this is a romance. So it's said to be a really good read. Very excited for that one. And this will be my second Emily Henry book. I did read Funny Story by her. Did I read another one?
Yeah, I think
that's
so.
it.
Yeah.
I read Funny Story by her, and I actually really enjoyed her writing style. So that was good, and I'm just excited for this one as well. Yeah, good number of pages.
It looks so fun. Oh my goodness. Next one I'm going to be reading is A Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faisal, and this author also wrote We Hunt the Flame and We Feed the Stars. Those were amazing books, 5-star reads, and so I'm so excited to read this one. I think this one was like a new release. It came out like last year, I think, and I've just been so excited to read this. I think it's like fantasy vampires stuff.
And it's one of your birthday books.
It's one of my birthday books, y'all. I'm so excited to read this.
Okay, so speaking of Emily Henry, I've got myself Happy Place, and this is a book that I have bought for a while. Ask Charlotte. This one's been in the house for a minute now. I kind of thought I'd just be reading about, like I said, we went ham and had so many books to choose from that it ended up just kind of going on the shelf, which is fine because you want to be surrounded by good books to read at any given time. So honestly, the cover is just so gorgeous. I picked this up in my bookstore when they only had the hardcover, and I really wish it was soft cover. I have since seen the soft cover. I do prefer the soft cover for certain books.
Yeah. Well, it matches Funny Story now.
Yeah, it does, because I ended up getting that one too. I don't remember what the storyline was about, but from what I heard, it's not even as like, it's not just like,
it's not exactly happy.
Yeah.
So I think it's literally about like this couple that split up, right?
Yeah.
But now they have to pretend to be together because these people are coming over, or like family friends are coming over for like vacation or something.
Okay.
And so they have to keep up the fact that they're still together, even though they're not.
So okay, and that does not sound like fun. So no. I guess we can see why it isn't happy, but it's called Happy Place, and that's definitely on the radar for summer.
Next one I have is Stars and Smoke by Mary Lou. She also wrote Legend, which I read, really liked, and so I really want to pick up another one by her. This one is also another one of my birthday books.
That you just
I just got this one. Yeah, super excited to read this one. On the back it says, a superstar, a secret agent, a once in a lifetime mission. I love the cover. It's so beautiful.
It really is. Okay, so this next one I picked this one up from thrifting actually. It's called Remarkably Bright Creatures, and when I first heard of this I was like, I don't know if I'd really read that, but honestly the storyline just sounds interesting. Someone captioned it as wry and wise, charming and surprising. I defy you to put it down once you started. Anyways, it's about this octopus, and well, I don't know if it's really about the octopus or it's about this woman who lost her husband and then she started working at this aquarium, but then she also had lost her son, I believe, and he mysteriously vanished, and somehow the octopus has like knowledge of this information, and he somehow is going to be the one to like reveal all these information like in a timely manner. So I guess maybe they can go and rescue him. I don't know. The rescuing part is just me putting it to saying that, but based on the fact that we know that he's not like deceased or anything, we're assuming like it's gonna lead to somewhere like that. But anyways, it just sounds really interesting. I'm like, when was the last time I read a book about a creature? So yeah, Remarkably Bright Creatures just sounds really interesting. I don't mean it's an aquarium. Aquarium is, that water, body of water can belong anywhere and it still exists in the winters. For some reason along the lines though, the cover is saying read me because it's giving summer.
It's bright, it's summer.
Yeah, it's giving summer. So I was like, you know what, I'll throw it in the pile for now. Like I've said before, guys, this is only a section of my summer read. I have a large summer read section, and I had to just choose some of the ones that are like sticking out at me.
Exactly.
If it were up to me, I'd probably have the whole pile because they all look so good. but this is what it is.
Wait, hold on for 1 second. I feel like I've looked at this cover a million times, but I just realized there's a person right here.
Oh, me too.
I thought she was a rock.
Wow.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, she kind of does look like a rock. I don't think I really noticed her myself, which is interesting.
No, I can't stop noticing. Next one for me is Assistant to the Villain. Another one of my birthday books, y'all, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's about this person who applies to be an assistant to a villain. It sounds hilarious, like the synopsis. It says, okay, I'm just gonna read the back part here. It says Assistant Wanted. Notorious high-ranking villain seeks loyal, level-headed assistant for unspecified office duties, supporting staff for random mayhem and terror and other dark things in general. Discretion a must, excellent benefits. And that sounds like an amazing job.
It sounds like something, well, you wouldn't exactly find that written in the Penny Saver, but it just looks like a snippet from a Penny Saver.
And I love books with maps at the front. This one has a map. And also the map is
very
hilarious.
Nice. Yeah.
Like
this is actually one that I want to read too.
Yeah. So we should, like, if we can get another one, or if we can, like,
girls, it is not on my summer TBR.
You should bring like a little fantasy into your summer TBR.
Okay, so I just spoke to you guys about Abby Jimenez and the Part of Your World series because I started book 3, not knowing it was book 3. What was it called? Just for the Summer?
Yeah.
And I picked it up and started it, not realizing that it was, yeah, that far into the whole series. So I ended up having to kind of put it down and go out and get my hand on this one. And I also already had yours truly. So yeah, we just need to make sure we start with book 1. I did hear that you could actually kind of read it as like a standalone, but honestly, it does make sense to read it in order because obviously there are things that happen within book 1 and 2. It's basically like in a sequential manner.
Exactly.
And then you wind up in book 3 and you know, while you may be able to just kind of skim over things, it would make far more sense if we read it in order.
Yep.
So that's what I've heard, and I went ahead and grabbed it. The cover looks really cute. I'm not exactly one that shops by trope. I kind of, maybe because I'm still new to the game of like reading and reading romance, I'm very open to trying like different romance.
Just different, yeah.
But I do know that I love, from like even the Billionaire series, the first 2 books, I ate them both up and I really enjoyed those both. And so, and they're 2 completely different tropes. So it's hard to say because they were both really good.
They were both really good, but like, I think, so which tropes are those? That was like fake marriage.
Fake marriage and Grumpy Sunshine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did enjoy them both. I'm not sure, what is this one?
I honestly have no idea what the book's about.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this one is. If you guys know what it is, comment down below, let me know. But it's here and it's gonna get read because the book 3 I started and it was really interesting and I really enjoyed what was going on, and now I have to rewind it like all the way back to the beginning, and I think this will be really good too. So yay.
The fact that you had to pause such a good book.
I know.
And go all the way back.
And yeah. Exactly. It felt like, you know, like when you're doing math on that line, like subtraction and you're jumping. That's what I felt like. I just skipped all the way back. Yeah.
So sad.
So.
Well then.
Your turn.
Yay.
And if you guys are wondering about my hair, I did do my hair blonde because I know a lot of you guys are saying you loved it when it was short and black. That was a wig. It was a temporary state. My hair is actually much longer than that though, but it was nice. Well, it's, you know, I had it. Mind you, I just did this thinking I was gonna love it and I really don't. So we're 4 days in, it's gonna come out.
It didn't even last a whole week.
It didn't last a whole week, but that's neither here nor there. What's your book, girl?
Okay, next one is called The Age of Fire.
Wow,
and this is by
all these new books.
Yes, this is a very new book. Actually, this is a self-published one by an indie author. So it's not as popular, but it sounds great. Like fantasy, dragons. I'm for it, please.
I remember you showing me the girl that wrote this book on, I think, TikTok, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. I was actually shocked that that is her book, because it's really well done.
Right? The cover is beautiful, and yeah. I found her on Instagram, and she posts all sorts of different things relating to her book, like what it feels like to read it, or like the characters, and I'm like, yes, you got me, I'm gonna get that. And it sounds amazing. She's also a clean Christian author, so I'm like, 100%, I'm gonna get that book. So here it is. I think it's not that long. I think it's 250 pages.
Nice.
So I'm excited to read this. I think it's gonna be a pretty fast read.
Okay, so I have been seeing this author around quite a bit, and I've been gravitating towards her books, right? I remember glimpsing her before I heard anyone else talk about her, and I'm like, huh, that just sounds like, because I'm a sucker for like beachy reads.
Yeah.
And I'm just a sucker for those types of like just fun summer reads. And so when I kept seeing it, I'm like, oh, I feel like I should try it, but I'm like, maybe I should review it. I get caught up in sometimes thinking like I have to review it and all that. Long story short, then I saw, I think it was Kyra Stewart at among a few other like booktubers review, what's her name? Ellen Hildebrand. And they were raving about her stuff and saying just how good she is and how good her quality of writing and storytelling is. I know a lot of her books take place in Nantucket. This one, I believe it still probably is Nantucket. This one's called The 5-Star Weekend. I honestly don't remember. I'm the worst at remembering all the details on the book. But obviously, 5-star weekend, meaning what? You pack your bags and go away? So someone is going on a 5-star weekend, and I know it's not me. So I wish it was. I wish it were. But it just sounds like I know that this is gonna be a good read. I just know, and I've heard reviews on it. So let me know if you guys have ever read her. I know she's a popular author. I just never hear a lot about her on Book Talk, but probably because she writes maybe a little bit older books. You know, a lot of the things that circulate on Book Talk are like very fluffy rom-com reads that kind of have characters that are somewhat of a similar age. They're always very young, it feels. So her characters feel like they would be, you know, within my range and very understandable and relatable to certain things, being that they're a little bit older and mature people. Yeah, so that's the first one by her that I'm gonna read.
It's really giving the summer vibes.
It is giving it.
It's really funny because like you were saying, like on Book Talk, a lot of the ones they're doing are like summer rom-coms. But that one totally gives like a different feel. Not just because it's not a cartoony cover.
Oh yeah. It doesn't.
Or maybe it is because it's not a cartoony cover and it really gives you a show of what's inside.
Oh yeah, it's not like these are the kinds of books that I used to read a lot before rom-com and like cartoony books even became a thing. Yeah. So yeah.
There we go. Okay, I'm out of the fantasy and I'm going into some of the fluffy little books I have for the summer. First one here is Tweet Cute. This is another one of my birthday books. Like, I would bring them all on because those are all the ones I wanted to read so bad, but I was selective. I chose. But this one is, I think it's like this guy here and his family owns a restaurant and this girl insults him or the restaurant online, and it basically starts like a Twitter war between the two, and also
then they became lovers.
And they become lovers. Actually, people like ship them online. Oh. Even though like, you know, they're arguing, they're like, oh, it's so cute or whatever. So
or makeup
I
already.
Guess. Right? I recently read one, Clementine and Danny Save the World and Each Other, and that one was also, that one was similar to this because they were like arguing online. Really cute. I gave them like a 3.75.
Okay.
I think it's supposed to be a nice fluffy in between.
Nice.
The fantasy.
Okay, so this next one, I'm just gonna kind of keep it in the same area, because this is I have another one by her that I want to share, by Ellen Hildebrand, and this one's called The Hotel Nantucket. Now this is the one that I've heard a lot of people talk about. I don't know if it's a series, because I know that there's a bunch of others, I guess, that is very Nantucket specific. Yeah. So I don't know if the Nantucket ones are a series, but I've heard that this one is great. It's about a girl who's like fresh off of a breakup, it says, and I don't know what. Does she run into somebody?
The meet cute. At the back, on the front here, it says, honestly, who needs Nantucket? It could hardly be more fun than this book.
Oh. Awesome. Okay, so the hotel, another thing that it says is that the Hotel Nantucket has lots to love, great food, juicy gossips, secrets and scandals, and that special something that Hildebrand delivers in a novel after novel. I am very, very intrigued. I want to read these so badly, and I'm gonna be hopping into one of these. I mean, I have a bunch on the go right now, but I'm gonna be hopping into one of these because I'm like itching to just want to read like some books my age group too, you know. So let me know if you guys have read her book, but heard great things. And if this doesn't get you in the relaxed vibe for summer, just like the cover, it makes you feel like it's the kind of book you can just read on the beach, but it's also the kind of book you can just read in your backyard, on your patio on a nice hot summer day with your lemonade. Like, it's giving all the vibes. So yeah.
Very nice. Next one for me is Reggie and Delilah's Year of Falling, and this one looks so cute. First of all, look at this cover. Basically, Reggie and Delilah meet, and Reggie is like a D&D player, and Delilah, I think, is a musician.
What is a D&D player?
Oh, sorry, like a Dungeons and Dragons player.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. So Reggie plays Dungeons and Dragons, and Delilah, I guess, is a musician. But they both are like insecure, and when they meet each other, they think the other one is like so brave, I guess, and bold. And so they're like, oh, so I have to put this act and try to be more like that. And so it's like a, what would you call it, kind of situation where it's like, I don't know like how you describe it, but it's basically like that. Excited to read that. Okay,
so this next one is called Every Time I Go on Vacation Someone Dies. I recently came across this one at the bookstore. I think I got this one for Mother's Day, and it just seemed very intriguing and very fun on the cover. It says it's a hilarious, sharp mystery, and I haven't read exactly a mystery in a long time. I have been reading a lot of thrillers. And well, I did read the mystery because The House Guest, wasn't that a mystery?
The House Guest was the last House Guest.
Or The Last House Guest was more of a mystery than a thriller. And I read that one. We'll see how I enjoy this. It says 10 days, 8 suspects, 6 cities, 5 authors, 3 bodies, 1 trip to die for. I'm like, okay, girl, give it to me. I'm intrigued. I've never heard of this author, Catherine Mack. Well, actually, no, I have heard of her, actually. Never read her book before, so yeah.
This cover is so fun.
The cover is hilarious. So I'm curious to know if any of you guys have read this one. Just like I said, it seemed like it just came out because when I went to the bookstore for Mother's Day, that's when I first saw it. I have not heard no one talk about this book or show this book, so what's up with that? I don't know. So if you guys have read it, definitely let me know down below, and let me know what you gave it as well.
Exactly. Okay, next one for me is The One Who Loves Me. Oh my goodness, this one, I read the first one, which is called The One Who Knows Me. I read that one December last year, and this is the second one. I started it, but I didn't actually finish it. I got probably like 30 pages in. This is like a whole Christian series about romance, and I'm like, y'all, this is so fun because it actually teaches you about God too, and like forming connections and relationships. And I'm like, yeah, that was great. The first book, total 5-star. It was amazing. I loved it.
So what made you put the second book down? Is it because it's boring?
Well, I think it's because, you know, when you hop from one book in the series and you're just gonna go straight to the next one, but you need like a little break.
Yes. Yeah,
like even just from the author, like the way of writing, you're just like, let me pick up a whole other one. That's kind of what it felt like. I think I also chose this for one of my February TBRs because it was like Black History Month and Valentine's month.
Okay, you never just got around to.
never picked it up. There's also a third one, but we'll see if I get through this one. I really want to, but the mood reader.
The next one I have is a love song for Ricky Wilde. Guys, I have had this book. I ordered this on pre-order, and as soon as it came out, they shipped it to me. So it's been in my possession for a minute now, and I heard so many good things about it. As I said before, she's the same author of 7 Days in June. So I've had these 2 books by her, but never have read any of them. And I heard that her writing style is, I don't think who they said she's like, but
I think they said she was like Kennedy Ryan.
Yeah,
right?
I wanted to say that, but I just wasn't sure. Like, correct us if we're wrong, but that is what I heard, because Kennedy Ryan is like up there. She's like one of my favorite authors, if not. And I've heard that her style is similar, and there's just like depth and all this. Yeah, this is my jam. Emily Henry, Kennedy Ryan, Emily Griffin. These are the authors that I'm very familiar with. Left comments on here. So it says, 1 florist, 1 pianist, 1 love story, 100 years in the making.
Oh, that's pretty.
I don't know, I heard a little bit about the synopsis before. I don't fully remember the synopsis, but this one has been around in Book Talk. I'm sure you've probably heard of it. This one wasn't scarce by any means when it first came out. So if you guys have read this one, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you gave it and if you really enjoyed it, because I'm going to be getting into it. I don't know what order I'm going to be getting into these books. I think that's the beauty of being able to choose these piles, is that the mood reader in us can still choose.
Exactly, we have choice.
It's nice to have choices. So I can't guarantee you that I'm reading this one exactly next, but I'm telling you that I am intrigued and want to read this one very soon.
Next one for me, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to read this one. This one I think is a mystery / thriller, and it's also in a trilogy. I've heard so much about this book. Like, so much. People rave about it. They say it's amazing, and I'm finally picking it up. I think they're making a movie soon, and it's gonna be like on Netflix. And I want to read the book before I watch the movies. Like Mom said, we've been reading like a lot of mysteries and thrillers, right? But this is gonna be like, I think, like the first YA kind of.
Oh yeah.
Of the ones, you know. Really excited to read this. We saw the whole series actually in the thrift store.
Oh, we did?
The whole series in the thrift store, but we didn't pick it up because we weren't quite sure about it, you know?
Yeah.
But again, this is the first book. We'll see if I enjoy that before we go on to the others. Again, really excited to read that.
Okay, so this next one, you guys would have already seen me talk about it in my last reading vlog. I said that I was actually going to start reading it. I haven't gotten around to start reading it yet, because we're basically filming this video like either the next day or the day after that, so it's still relatively close. And this one was also sent to me by one of our subscribers. Thanks again, Linda. I am so appreciative of this book. I have heard so many good things about this book. Like, I'm excited. This one, I know it's like I think it's like a fake marriage. This girl, she's going to, what's her name? I don't remember her name. Anna is supposed to marry this guy, and she thinks that they're gonna, I guess, fake marry so she can get like, I don't know, like family housing, like subsidized housing or something like that.
Oh.
But then after their graduation, they would divorce, and then for him now, his parents want him, he won't be able to get his inheritance. This is like something else on his end. He has an inheritance which he cannot get until he's married, and so I guess they're trying to tap into that, because it's like, if we're married, why not just get, you know, why not just let me get my inheritance of $100,000? And somehow, some way, I guess they're gonna magically kind of make it work instead of faking it, right? It sounds really interesting. Definitely a summer read. Paradise Problem, yes, paradise doesn't involve snow and cold. Definitely a summer read. And the cover of this book is just gorgeous, so yeah, I'm beyond excited.
Very nice. Okay, I want to do this all together because I don't know how to do it separate. It's a whole series. Hint hint. I'm going to try to read the Natural series, y'all. I would put the first book inside here, but it doesn't fit in the box set anymore. Don't ask me why I tried. I'm not gonna ruin this book to fit it. But
perhaps the box expanded?
No, I think it must have shrunk because it actually won't fit the book. I'm gonna take this all out though. Oh my goodness, it just brings me so much joy to see them all together. I've been seeing a bunch of people binge read the whole series, and I'm like, maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I'll put a whole video on like me trying to binge the series.
The series.
I'm so excited to read this all. I'm actually like so excited. Jennifer Lynn Barnes also wrote the Inheritance Games. I didn't actually finish that. I read the first one, got halfway through the second, and did not finish that. Don't ask me why, but I'm gonna have to start reading them over again to finish the series. Anyway, this is on my priority list, not that, so super excited to read this. And I think they said it's like FBI, but like young adult.
And the covers like are gorgeous. I love the color scheme that they chose. And very nice.
I love the covers too, because it comes in multiple covers, right? There's the more realistic one. This is kind of like the cartoon one. Yeah. I love these ones. Like just the black with the accent colors are very nice. And I'm just so excited to read this whole series.
Nice. I did want to kind of dial A for Aunties in this mix. I've seen it circulating around quite a while. One thing I hate though is when books don't have any like synopsis on the back.
Oh yeah, like I mean, I guess they probably have it in a jacket. She tried to make up with it like the pretty image at the back.
I guess so.
Let's just read. I guess so.
What happens when you mix one accidental murder and 2,000 wedding guests and and then toss in a possible curse on 3 generations of an immigrant Chinese Indonesian family? You get 4 meddling Asian aunties coming to the rescue. It just sounds so funny. I've heard like dudes review this and they liked it. I'm very intrigued because it sounds like it's just a really funny book. And these days I actually have like a whole section on like East Asian, and because I love reading the like diversified reads, and this just sounds so funny, and it just reminds me of the Joy Luck Club, and then what was the other one? Amy Tan, and I have the Crazy Rich Asian series. So I just love it. I just love it. So excited to read that. And your girl just picked this one up inside of we went to a free little library yesterday and we just got rid of a bunch of books, and that was the plan. The plan was to get rid of all the books and not pick up any. But then Charlotte showed me this one. It's called it's called That Summer by Jennifer Weiner. It just seemed really interesting. I love her like I just love how fluffy her books feel. Not fluffy, but I love the feel of them. I love the print. They just look like easy reads. I have another one by her, and I really want to kind of just get them in the summer read because these are books that have been floating around. I do see them quite a bit, and if they're authors that I like, I want to incorporate them more into my reading. This one seemed really interesting. They said that this was the beach read to end all beach reads. Now, you guys noticed that I had beach read in this pile, right? So yeah, I'm just curious to know what it's about. The Wall Street Journal in here said that it's part dissection of female friendships, part murder mystery, part social media tutorial, part love story, and the best part of them all, part portrait of an overweight, underconfident striver. Like, doesn't that sound interesting? It sounds so interesting. So let me know if you guys have seen this one or read this one. I know on the ever so popular Book Talk, these kinds of books don't get any love at all because I guess the age group of book talk is so young. Yeah, everyone just kind of sticks to the popular or what just came out or just the new authors or just that kind of genre or the spice that is like seriously spicing in 2024. I'm here for like the content, the contemporary fiction that sometimes just don't get any love because honestly sometimes in those books are just filled with more substance, and they may still have romance in there, but it is more the subplot versus it just being like a focal point. I'm very intrigued by those types of books because there's often a lot that you can learn and it just has you thinking, but not in the way like fantasies do. Like fantasies do have you having to like memorize 500 characters. No, not like that.
Not just the characters, all the places and the whole structure. But
so yeah, and that is it for our summer reads. I want to say this is part 1, okay? Like this is only part 1. We still have quite a bit of time left in summer. We've got July, we have August, and we still have September.
Part of September.
Part of September. Cause well, yeah, 20 something days in September. I mean, that's 3.5 months. We should be able to read this and more. Pray for us, y'all. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all. Also, guys, share your summer TBR with us down below.
I feel like I need to stretch.
Should we have a
We
book?
should have some books.
Look, I'm gonna...
Oh, that's smart. Does this make sense?
Is that good?